And then I've got an LED from Drabble. This is warm. So, let's try and pop this off here. Voila. Let's get some bigger guns here. It vanished. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, let's get at it. As promised, for the rest of this series, I'm going to go over some comments. Don't be looking at my password. So, let's see what y'all have to say today. I have not checked whatsoever. I have not screened this. You could be cursing me and be all kinds of profane. Who knows? We're going to find out live together. Okay. We got Marco checking out part 8 of Quicksilver. Says, thanks for the homebrew shout out, Mike. Had to take a break from it due to work. Busyness lately. But I hope to have the first playable build of the game sometime early 2025. I'll keep you updated. P.S. It's been fun to follow this restoration series. Keep it up, man. Thanks, dude. And yeah, Marco's, like I said, is building homebrew custom build of Who Killed Mr. Burns Simpsons themed pinball machine. Looks pretty freaking cool. All right, what else we got? We got Kitchen Bricks checking out episode 7 here. Says, you should have mixed paints together to get a better color match. Yeah, you know what? I have tried that and failed just as badly, so I didn't even bother this time around. But you know what? I haven't clear-coated the playfield yet, so never say never. I left that door open. Mark Jackson, also known as Mark Jackson, says some excellent progress here. Barry is a real star and makes a great inspector to keep you honest. It's getting exciting now. Yes, Barry has been doing a better job lately, and he's definitely, keeping everything up to snuff. So hopefully he'll be back soon. And didn't accept my payment last time, the silly little cat. Robert Walkman says, I remember the video where you traded your better meteor for this old one, and it was clear that this was in poor shape, of course, but looking at it again here, why, that thing was really, really bad, wasn't it? I probably wouldn't have had any hope for it at all. It's nice to see it gets a new lease on life. Yes, indeed. All thanks to the great work of Mr. Graisley himself. We got Damon Huffman. Says, if you change your initials from Ick to Lep, keep in mind some might think Lep means low-end player, LOL. And that response was not AI generated. Well, I am most times a low-end player, so that would actually be applicable. And hey, you got some more AI generated options here. Let's see what AI says. Haha, I like it. Maybe I'll change it to Lep for the whole rebuild. And good one. I've been thinking I should change my initials. Lep does have a good ring to it. All right, Damon, you're getting this AI-generated response. I hope you enjoy that. You'll see that, I'm sure. Galamede says, I do hope Chris from HEP is watching this and screaming at the video. I bet you, well, I also hope he is watching. And if he is screaming, he's probably screaming at about how amazing everything is going. So shout out to HEP. And yeah, so that's it for today's comments. And like I said, for the rest of this series, I'll read out the comments. So if you want to, yell at me or curse at me, then now is your opportunity to do so. In the last episode, I was talking about spinners and the differences in weights. I brought my scale down to see if I actually know what I'm talking about or I'm just making stuff up. Here's an original early stern spinner from Big Game. Without the one arm, I don't think that'll make much of a difference, but 26 grams, okay? Now, this is the reproduction available at Marco. It's going to be, I say, 38 grams. 32 grams, okay? So, what was this? 28? 20, is that 8 or 6? Oh, wait, 26 grams compared to 32, wait, 34. So what is that? 8 grams difference, 26 to 34. So yeah, see what I'm talking about? So 26, gotta remember this. My memory is so bad. 26, what is this? I said 38, okay. It goes in that department. Here is a Bally Evil Knievel. 36. And this, I found out, is actually laser ball, which I feel like it's going to be more about the same weight as the stern. 28. So we have various different weights here. So I don't think the arm is going to be 2 grams. So let's go back to this, 26. So yeah, I'm going to not use this as my second spinner. I'm going to steal the second spinner from my other Meteor player playfield and have 2 Meteor spinners to replace my missing Quicksilver ones. And then I'll just add the decals. And yeah, there's your spinner lesson for the day. Since I am running out of things to do, I'm going to remove these pop bumper assemblies, clean them up, and get them ready for when I get my parts, and just kind of get a head start on these guys. You know, if I didn't want to go all fancy transparent yellow pop bumper bodies, I could have had these already done, the playfield installed. I would have been so much further ahead by now, but I wanted to go all fancy with the yellow. So, you know, there's other stuff I can do too, because I really got to start thinking about that lamp panel. So it's not like there's nothing I can do, but you know, waiting for parts is not the most fun thing to do. So I'm gonna get a start on these and just tear them out of the playfield. I probably should document a little bit of this so I don't lose track of all these wires. So we got these wires going to this solenoid, yellow on the left. These wires going to this solenoid. These ones going to this solenoid. I don't think I can really screw that up, but it never hurts to just kind of go over your work. I've got the 3 switches removed, and the spoons just kind of like pop off once you do that, but they all look to be in good shape. They're not broken or chipped, so that should be okay. Can't say the same for the brackets, which have 2 broken corners on each. And then I just unscrewed this little, I don't even know what you call this thing, because this is where all the lights get soldered to, and I just needed to know where everything goes, but it looks pretty straightforward. The 3 white wires go on the top right, 3 red wires go on the bottom right, and all these other wires just stay there. So I can desolder these bundles, twist them all together, get them ready for when they need to go back on. But yeah, there's where I'm at so far. All right, I think these things are free and clear and ready to go. Ready to come off. This solenoid was replaced at some point. You know, probably just wasn't working, and a lot of the times people think change the solenoid, but 9.5 out of 10 times it is not the solenoid. So it doesn't really matter which order these things go in, does it? But let's mark them anyway. Okay, let's go like, well, is it this the left side or is this the left side, depending on which way the rotisserie is, right? So we're going to go T, L, T, R, and B. That's a B. Top left, top right, and bottom as it sits. Okay, let's see what happens here. Oh, I got to do the screws first, so I'm not quite free and clear. This guy should be good to go. All right, look at that. Quite the pop bumper assembly. I've not rebuilt these before. This style, pretty straightforward, but there's one. Let's get these screws out. I'll just time-lapse this little screw job here. All right. Pop bumper assembly number 2. Oh, no problem. Wonder if they put this back together properly, or if they missed anything. Appears to be okay. And pop bumper number 3. Okay, that should be free and clear. Also, I don't know if you remember in a previous episode, there was a whole lot of green goop. You can still see a little bit. Just oozes from the insulation for whatever reason. So I cleaned that up with some rubbing alcohol. It's better now. This last pop bumper in the equation. So you've got a crack in the front here. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna have to glue that. I know that I have another couple of these brackets actually over at storage. They'll probably have broken corners though. But this one at the front of the playfield closest to the flippers takes the greatest of beatings out of the 3. So maybe if I have one that is in better shape than this, at least I can use that. So might have to pop over to storage. But there we go. I can now easily clean these pop bumper switches. And got a diode, no capacitors on these switches. Okay. All right, there's that. All right, there we go. 3 pop bumper assemblies. Very unique design. With stern going with plastic rods and rings. Like, how is this even in one piece? How did it not shatter into 1,000 pieces? So it's actually held up well over time. So, you know, I imagine there's a way to upgrade these mechs to more modern and reliable assemblies, but I'm going to obviously go with the original here. But yeah, first time dealing with these. Pretty interesting. But I do think I really should pay a visit to my storage and grab whatever other pop bumper assemblies I have, just in case there's anything that I want to upgrade, improve, or replace. So may do that. I'm not sure just yet, but when I'm going to do that, I am going to do it. But I might tear one of these apart and just kind of see what it looks like. All right, you want to see one of these things come apart? Might as well, eh? Well, I had one of my general illumination wires break off, so I can maybe install a new one, but if that happened, you know, once everything is assembled, that would have been more of a pain in the ass to friggin' fix. Like, you would have had to remove the whole pop bumper assembly, because you really gotta, you know, solder the socket leg to that wire. So pretty much requires full disassembly. So that's good to do now. And You know what? I might be able to reuse these lamp sockets. I don't really see any reason why not. Just remove the wire. I'll just do exactly the same, but they're cut to the right length. I'll just clean these up a bit. We know they work, so I think I'll just do that. Oh no, the corner broke off. Trying to keep each pop bumper in its own separate pile of bits and pieces. We're gonna have a whole lot of different screws and hardware, so remember, these black, like 3/4 inch screws are for the ring and rod assemblies. You probably can't be putting in and out screws too many times before these things are stripped. Okay, so remember, this is how this goes. You got the rod and ring goes in here, then the spring. Okay? Rod, ring, skirt, spring. Okay? Mnemonic device. Rod, ring, skirt, spring. We'll just put that like that. And then this is an interesting little device I've never seen before. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's the other screw for that. So what I'll do, because I will definitely forget, stick that in there. Yeah, all right. Idiot proofed. Okay, now these guys, we've got 2 little screws and a plate, and then 2 nuts and a plate. So let's start with these. Just got little adjustment grooves here. Keep this together like so. Then this whole thing comes off, everything comes off. Okay, study this. We got the sleeve. We'll put in new sleeves, of course. And another spring in here. I think I'll just leave this together for now, but let's see. Can't really screw that up. Well, knowing me, I probably could. So we'll leave that like so. That like so. And then you don't use the little wafers. Is that what they're called? They're built in to the assembly here. Maybe I won't even bother removing this, because I think I don't need to. That is why. So there we go. That's what they look like, disassembled. And now I will try and clean it up a bit. Okay, so for whatever reason, I added a lot of heat and flux, and the old wire did not come off of the old pop bumper sockets. So I feel like there might be some glue involved. So I just started dremeling the legs, dremeling the socket, and then I remembered a video I seen from Eric Thorne about bulletproofing your pop bumper sockets. And it's something I did on my Lord of the Rings. I haven't done it since, but I've decided I am going to do it on Quicksilver. So I'll give you a quick idea of what I'm going to do here. These are the old wires for the lamp socket. We got some fresh new wires, good length, not the same color, but who cares? And then I've got an LED from Drabble. This is warm. So let's try and pop this off here. Voila. This garbage. This whole head is supposed to come off here. Okay, well, let's get some bigger guns here. It vanished. Okay, I gotta go find that. I'll be right back. Okay, that LED has vanished into the ether. But here's the good news. I found all the other things I've flung across the room in the last 6 months. This E-clip. This today I just lost. I thought I would never find that again. I was changing a pop bumper link on my Congo, and that thing just went gone, and I'm like not even gonna try and find that. A little washer, and oh, this is like my Medieval Madness arm, where you like, so it's like the whole cart that, it's a catapult, that's what it is, and I must have catapulted the friggin' arm off one day, but found all kinds of goodies. Anyway, let's try this again. Maybe I'll hold on to both ends this time. I ran out of Drapple LEDs, so I'm going pinballrom.com this time. It's just one SMD though. I was hoping for 2 SMD, but this is like the bigger size. So I compared the two, and it's fine. It's sufficient. It's about the same. There we go. So all I'm going to do is add my wires to this guy, and then this will rest ever so lovingly in the bottom of the pop bumper body. And since it's in the bottom, this should illuminate so nicely with the translucent yellow. It's going to be awesome. So that way I don't have to deal with the 40-year-old sockets with the crazy glued wire and the pressure fit crap. So that I can throw away and hope to never find again. Okay, so here's what it will look like, but with the new body. This is just a dry fit. It's got the LED, you know, it's a little tight fitting this gauge wire. It's like, it seems like just a little bit thicker. A little tight getting it into the holes there, but it is in. I got it through. I was almost gonna be like, shit man, I'm gonna have to do this. I cut all the wires, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna have to do it with a smaller gauge wire, but, or larger gauge, I guess, because it's reverse. Anyway, so we can see how that's gonna look. You know what I can do? One moment. Let's see if I can kind of test this out and see what it's going to look like. My little lamp tester here. Oh, it don't look too straight. So this is one of those things where you're going to have to make sure your LED's straight. Because not the full body's lighting up, eh? Let's try this other side. It's getting pretty darn particular. I hate when I go down rabbit holes like this. Yeah. What if I do that? Yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to live with that. I'm gonna be able to see all this guts though with the transparent pop bumper body, so who knows how that's gonna look. But I mean, it's either this or the old style socket. Whatever happened to that? Anyway, that's my strategy for now, and I'm gonna stick to it. This is what I was talking about, my Medieval Madness catapult, little like bonus plastic they gave you. This is original, I believe, and this is how it works. Isn't there some call out like, they got our hot dogs? Well, good luck finding that hot dog. Alright, here's a closer look at all the bits and pieces of these pop bumpers. So I've just been tediously going through them all and cleaning everything and bagging and tagging them all. I've got everything ready to go for the new parts except the brackets here, because I'm not sure if I'm replacing any yet, so I didn't clean those, but you know, these are cleaning up nicely. This is an after shot of what it'll look like once it's all cleaned up. Oh, and I've been, you know, just dremeling the little burrs on the edge there so that it's nice and smooth. And yeah, spoons. Let's go digging. Oh, I also it's you know, yellowed, but I cleaned up the dirt. But I did get rid of the replacement solenoid on the one, and I found an original J26 1200. So I'll just put this in my stash just because I had it apart and I had an original, so why not? And the one sleeve was missing the flange, so we got all new sleeves and all these goodie bags ready to go. I didn't clean the skirts because they're getting replaced. I didn't clean the bodies because they're getting replaced, but there we go. Goodie bag, pop bumper goodie bag preparations. Alright, I got all of my pop bumper goodie bags complete and ready to go. I just gotta run over to storage and see if I have any improvements on these brackets. Brackets that are a little better shape, you know, less cracks in the corners. So I might just head over there now for something to do, because I would like to get these things kind of 100% ready to go for as soon as I get my parts. So maybe I will just head over there now. Okay, I made it over to storage, and I think this is a bin that might have some stuff that I potentially could use. Pretty sure I got this off of good old Corey Cook of London Pinball. Look at this. This is the exact bracket. And, you know, it's got the corners busted as usual. This is more like the pop bumper assembly that was used on Meteor. That ain't gonna work. Here's another one. Oh shit. No broken corners? Oh, that's pretty sweet. That's a bit of a miracle to find that. What else do we got in here? Is that it? I've never ever looked in this thing. Oh, this is a friggin' Stern slingshot arm. I'm taking that home. Oh my god, Stern flipper bracket. These things are usually broken right here. And I didn't realize I had some extras. That's pretty awesome. Is this another one? No way. Are you kidding me? No broken corners? Holy shit. And that has got the plastic ring and rod still. And one more. There we go. Busted corners. Okay. Is that it? It's fun. I love shopping in my own parts bins. All kinds of good stuff here. Oh yeah, another one of these guys. I know Corey was looking for something. Is this a mini stepper? If so, wonder if that's what he's looking for. Put that aside. Oh, I think I see one more. Is this true? not true. But yeah, you could probably use one of these if you needed to in a pinch. Okay. Oh, coin return. Shit. I really gotta like inventory all this stuff. Right, Jim Wilkes? Gotta like, is that a corner for a Gottlieb like lock bar or something like that? Got a decent Paul. Actually, no. I think that's broken out a bit. Anyway. So one other thing. Oh, look at this. Transistor. What is it? MJE170. Not sure what that's for. But check this out. I've got this lamp panel with some display brackets. What is this from? Kings of Steel. So that's like a what, 1985 or 87 Bally. I think the displays are going to be the same though, these housings, and I don't need to steal the one from the Meteor. Steal the ones from the Meteor. But I wonder if this wiring harness could come in handy at all. Like, look at the display orientation here. It's closer to Quicksilver 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the only difference is Quicksilver has one here and not here. So unless there's anything chopped off of this, I mean, it's a little bit of a gamble to try and use this, but I don't know if it works or not. And I do know that the Meteor one works. Okay, where is the last connector? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the one for there? How can I be so blind? Is it missing? Oh, no. I'm blind. I must be blind. Because it's a nice, fat, long connector. I don't see any one of those long guys. I'm probably just blind. Anyway, maybe I'll take this home too, just in case. Okay, I'm back. Let's compare. This is mine with 3 broken corners. Okay, we got this plate here. It looks pretty identical. All these corners are surprisingly intact. I mean, it is the same part. So that is pretty friggin' sweet. Equally nasty and dirty. But I think I'm gonna upgrade. There's a little crack maybe right here, possibly. But I don't see any differences at all. So I think we're good to upgrade a couple of these brackets. All right, check it out. Looks a little better, doesn't it? I gotta be careful here. I crazy glued the last corner on the old one. This can be an in case of emergency bracket. But check it out. The dirt came off easier than I thought. I just used my simple green and some magic eraser. So that means Pop Bumper 1 goodie bag is now 100% ready to go once I get my bodies and skirts. And then I've got all the LEDs and wires also ready to go. I'm glad I prepared all this because this is actually took a little bit of time. So I'm going to upgrade the other brackets if I can. I think there was at least one more good one in the pile. That one's no bueno. This one is no bueno, but I think there was one more good one, wasn't there? This one, yeah. Is it the same? Ooh, it's a little chunky there. Someone got a little silly with the soldering iron. That's okay, I can relate. And there's some fat wood screws going through here, so looks like the same bracket though. So I'll check on this and see if this works. All right, I got my second bracket prepared and ready to go. Kind of dremeled a little bit of the funk from the soldering iron. Doesn't really look much better though. But all in all, definitely an upgrade. These corners are shot. All these are good. The only thing is that someone screwed where you're supposed to have these little screws, like so. That's what's supposed to go there. They had these in there, right through the bracket. You can see there's 4 holes here, so only supposed to be 2. Fortunately, it's the same thread, basically. So the threads on this are not actually fudged and not cracked either. So I can use that confidently. And that means goodie bag number 2 is done. And then all I'm going to do is just clean this bracket up. And then I'll be done all 3 goodie bags. And then I'll have just a bag full of spare parts, which is nice to have. These, I don't know how readily available these are. Maybe if you want to get them 3D printed. Or these guys here. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this up. You get the idea. 3 bags of pop bumper crap. That's what took me 5 hours tonight. So we'll see you next time. Oh, and I found that LED. It was on the desk the whole time.